Welcome to the Jim Show with your host, Jim. I've been talking a lot about the future and how we can create it, choose it, manifest it, how we are infinite creators. And there's any number of futures that we can plant seeds for and approach. I've also talked about how releasing the past, the stories you've told yourself, the way you've seen yourself, the images you've had of yourself, the things you've had, the people you've spent time with, releasing the heavy parts of that gives you the space to create your abundant future, however you want it to be. But I think there's a little bit more to this idea of the past. You can see the past as something objective, as something written in stone, but the reality is the only place your past exists is in your head. It's the only place it exists. And as we know, your memories of the past are not even accurate. They are your creation of it. They tend to be a lot rosier than what may have objectively occurred, and that's fine because for you, that is what happened. So we already rewrite the past on a regular basis. We do it all the time. And you can continue to do that. You can change your past whenever you want to. Because you control your memories, you control your thoughts. The only moment that actually exists is the present moment. Right now, and now, and now, and now. And the entire beginning of this video doesn't even exist anymore. Right? There's a single point that exists in time. And you have the future that branches out from there, all of these infinite number of futures. And the past is the same. There's an infinite number of pasts that led to this point right now that I'm speaking about, to this person that I am right now that I've become. There's an infinite number of pasts that led to this point. And you get to pick whichever one you want. Right? Your preference. Just like you get to pick your preference for the future and only see your preference in every moment, if you're in that creator mind space, if you're living in that space, all you see is your preference. And that includes your past as well. It includes what's happening right now, in this moment. All I see is my preference in the world and other people, the way I see myself. And you can do the same thing, and you already do it, with your past. So you release all the stories about yourself that you don't like. Rewrite them. Change them. Rewrite the way you see every moment, all the time. It's no different. The past is just thoughts, just like right now. We talk about how you have the choice to react to any stimulus any way you want to exist in bliss and joy all the time if that's what you choose. It's no different. The past is no different than the present moment. I mean, the past, like, it's even easier to change the past because it's not actively assaulting you with stimulus. This is a stimulus that's occurred a long time ago, right? The stimulus even only exists in your mind, so you can even change the stimulus. You can totally alter what occurred. It's just a story you're telling yourself. So throw away all the stories you don't like about the past and pick a story that you like. Pick a story that fits your preference, and then live right now as the person that followed that story to this moment, whatever story you want it to be. And you can change it all the time. This isn't like, hey, what story is the story for me? This is what story do I want to be at the end of, right? Not the total end, but at this point in right now. Right now, what is the story that's most exciting for me right now? And be in that story, whatever it is. And my screensaver keeps changing and changing the lighting of this video, which is just perfect, right? So pick whatever story you want and be in that story right now and plant seeds for the future of that story. Because you have the power to do that. You are an infinite creator of your life, of your past, of your present, and of your future. So this is something that I'm going to think about more and work on more. But it's obvious to me, the truth of it, that all these things only exist here in my mind, nowhere else. None of this is real, right? It's not real. My senses are sending input to my brain, right? And my brain is making sense of them. But who's to say that all of it doesn't only exist here? That I'm not creating everything. That I have not created all of this, all the people, all the planets. The entire universe is not just a creation for me to experience this reality. Right? I mean, if that's true of the present moment, it's obviously true of everything else as well. Who says I didn't come into existence right now in this moment? With the past, right? There's no way to disprove that. That you blinked into existence immediately, like 1 second prior to the moment that you're watching this right now. And everything that you think is your past is just, on the hard drive in your mind. Like you wrote it down. Your higher self wrote down this past story, plugged it into your mind, and booted you up, and you existed right now in this body, in this current existence. You just created it just now. The entire past and everything around you. The present moment that you're in, the state of mind that you have about yourself, it just was created 1 second prior to this. Can you prove that's not true? You cannot. Right? There's no way to prove that's not true. It could be. You cannot disprove it. It's impossible to disprove that. So why not make the past whatever you want now anyway? There's no difference, right? If you created this moment already, then why not recreate it at any time that you want? You can do that. You have the power to do that. Other people might disagree with you, right? But you created them anyway. So it's just you putting out more obstacles there in your quest to fully understand your actual power, right? I created those people that are going to say, well, I don't remember it that way. But again, it's just in their mind as well. Or I just created their memory of the past also. So, right? It's an endless loop that's completely feasible, cannot be disproven. It's just what you think. It's just what I think about it. I think that I came into existence 5 seconds ago. And so I'm going to rewrite the past and decide what the future is going to hold, and that's how it's going to be going forward. And you can do that too. You can be whatever you want to be every single moment of your life. So choose. I think that's what it comes down to. Make a choice about who you were and who you are every moment, and choose what you actually want. Just choose. That's all you have to do. We'll see you tomorrow.